All right, we are live. Welcome back, everyone. J Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Oh, it's late. Yes, it's late. Wanted to do this hours ago, but you know what? Just couldn't do it. Nope, couldn't do it. Stuff going on, and but we watched the AEW Countdown special, and we're just gonna talk about it a little bit because well, in less than a day. It's technically Wednesday now that we're doing this live. Um, Getting ready for one of the craziest starts of a new era in professional wrestling that I never thought we'd see again. Jesse, what's up, man? I've been watching wrestling a long freaking time. And yeah, I stuck those up there the other day. Yeah, with the announcement that he was going back to, and now he's denying it, but whatever. Um, Such as wrestling, you never know who's gonna announce what, deny what. But hey, we're here to talk about some AEW, just kind of running down the stuff for tomorrow night. Not necessarily a prediction, just talking about it a little bit. I am truly excited for this. This is my goal. And I know the last several weeks dealing with life have been all over the place here on Smash This Podcast. And I appreciate the constant growth. I appreciate the patience of those sticking around, considering, I haven't been putting out a lot of content lately because of life happening. So, whoever's along for the ride in what I put out over the course of the next several weeks, several months, whatever, thank you. Thank you. Between this channel and being a part of the Total Nonstop Impact family over in the Impact Lounge. It's been man, it's been a crazy few months. It really has. I haven't seen this kind of support for what I've been doing wherever it's been coming from. So I just want to just kind of vibing off of last night. Last night's show with Trent was just, man, I have never seen numbers like that. I've never. It just kind of blew my mind, man. It just we got done. We were looking at the numbers of who showed up and who were there, at once, and just, man. So just thank you. I can't say that enough. Thank you so much. It's just, it's humbling. It's crazy. It really is. It really is. All right, let's talk about this a little bit. We're talking about some AEW, the countdown brought to us. The host was Tony Schiavone. I still can't believe, like I said, it's pinched me. We got Tony Schiavone in the control center and doing some backstage interviewing and stuff. And it looks like he's going to be there tomorrow night. You know, I've seen plenty of winks from Cody. He wants it. The fans want it, and it looks like they're going to oblige. So the announce table probably will be Jr., Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone. If it's not, hey, whatever. Tony's a part of the company. I'll take him as I can get him. He's a classic voice, and wherever they put him, I'll appreciate it. I'm not going to be pissed off or nothing. So that right off the bat is just going to be fun to watch them grow with this show and as a team as well. Yeah, and whoever they insert in here, I know they got a couple other players they've been tossing around as backups and inserts here and there, depending on the schedule and whatnot. Because Tony Schiavone's got a full plate. He really does. He's got all sorts of shit going on. It's crazy. So they were talking about Cody, the Young Bucks, Omega, all coming together in the Bullet Club. That was like the inception of this core group that started this vision. And Cody even said, and I didn't know this before, Cody even said that this vision started right before the bet with Meltzer. And that surprised me. I was like, oh, really? You started saying, I mean, I think the fans saw it too. Some fans, maybe not all fans, but some fans saw it coming. But I think it was a pretty far-fetched as far as like a pipe dream, as far as who was going to do what in the wrestling industry, who was really going to be turning the page in that next chapter into something special, something crazy, Could these guys do it? And sure as shit, they did do it. They talked about how they made All In, put that together, sold it out in about a half an hour. And they keep talking about how the fans are so important in all this. And I got to say, and I know I've said it on here before. I'll say it again. Damn. I've been a wrestling fan for a long time. Many years. And I have never felt a fan base for something in wrestling like this in all my years of loving the WWF, WWE, from a wee little nard in the Hulk Hogan era, and then stepping away from it and coming back at the height of the Attitude Era, the end of WCW, the Ruthless Aggression Era, and on from there. I have never felt anything like this. It's absolutely crazy. This groundswell of fandom's love for professional wrestling or a core group or a brand or whatever, a movement. The word revolution gets put out there. What's up, Eli? What's happening, man? That's right, we're talking about it. And going to All In. Going to All In just, and especially being there with my son. And my son, he'll watch wrestling with me, but he's not really a fan. But he'll put up with me, he's he's a good kid. But being there with him and taking him to that as his first wrestling event, and it's the first one that I've ever been to where you just feel something in the air. If you were there at All In among the 10,000, 11,000, whoever was there, if you were there, that feeling. If you watched the pay-per-view live, what that place sounded like. And I can tell you, being there and watching it back the next day did not give it justice. There was such a feeling there. That place was deafening. And very few times in my life have I been at a wrestling event where the fans were just that batshit crazy. Absolutely nuts. um, Eli Band says, J-Bone, true. When I was a kid, my parents took me to watch Hogan versus Warrior, and now my kids are having the same feeling like how I used to. Isn't that an awesome thing, man? Isn't that awesome? You know? Um, and then I told my son, I'm like, I don't care if you never watched wrestling ever again. And I asked him, I'm like, did you have fun? He had an absolute blast. Did it make him fall in love with wrestling? No, but it is what it is. He had fun. That's all I wanted. Um, so All In sold out. All In was a success, and that was the brainchild of this whole thing leading to AEW. The bet, the event, Tony Khan stepping in. Do you want to change the world? The Young Bucks answered, yup. Tony Khan said, here's my plan. Man, to be a fly on the wall for that conversation. Still can't, and the rumors started circulating. I've talked about this too, I know. But the rumors started circulating about trademarks being, or, copyright marks for, this name and whatever, and all this kind of crazy stuff, and this person being involved with this, and what? Are you? When that article hit, I laughed so hard. I'm like, this is the craziest shit that somebody made up ever. And then the pieces started to fall into place, and the fans started to see it come together. And it was like, holy shit, this is real. Tony Khan's a real person. He's actually talking to Cody. He's actually talking to the Bucks. He's actually talking to Omega. Then 2019 happened. We got AEW, All Elite Wrestling. Then we had the race to see who was going to be going for the championship. They talked about that substantially on this special. Omega versus Jericho, leading to All Out. Jericho versus Paige, and a little bit of the bubbly. I love that they threw that in there because that is something that went so viral recently. It's just goofy. Watching that road to the championship all take place, and they did a good job of like summing up stuff and explaining, doing a little history of, okay, this is how we got this is how we got this. They covered a lot of different things in an hour. They did a really good job with this. Then they started talking about, okay, what's going to happen at this It's Okay to Cry. Hey, I was watching this special earlier, and I started getting choked up watching it because there was all that footage from All In, and I saw where I was sitting. I saw it way up on top, way up in the corner. But I saw it. I'm like, I was there. And when you're there and you feel that and you see it again, you get all those feelings back again. So am I probably going to get emotional later tonight watching this all happen? This brand new thing called Dynamite? Yeah, man, it's going to be crazy. Kevin Sullivan's his name was in the credits at the end of the special. He is in. Yeah, he's gone from Impact Wrestling. But no worries for Impact Wrestling fans. According to Ed Norholm, they got a whole team already in place taking care of stuff. It's all good. Tommy Dreamer, he's still with Impact. He's still producing with them. I don't know if he's going to be helping Cody and the boys. That'll be interesting. I don't think he will. He was in a couple of events, but I don't think he's going to be a main player. But yeah, he'll be sticking with Impact, helping out behind the scenes stuff. Not on the technical side, but you know, helping put matches together, stuff like that. He's not on the editing side of things, you know. He's helping that next generation. But anyways, and they talked about the feud between Omega and Moxley. Moxley getting put on the shelf. Moxley's ready. He just shared a clip a few hours ago, working out, getting ready, last minute, pumping iron. He's set. He's healthy. I'm sure he's going to be there. What else we got going on? They talked about the tag teams, Young Bucks, and that rivalry with the Lucha Brothers. Man, one of the craziest feuds of this year. Starting in the Indies and ending up in AEW. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. I've loved every second of it that I've seen. Young Bucks showing up attacking the Lucha Brothers and AEW. We know your schedule. So whenever the Lucha Brothers had an indie date, I say, ooh, are the Young Bucks going to show up? I think they showed up a few more times, different places. It was crazy. And then the arrival of Santana Ortiz at the end of this last big ladder match. Escalera de la Muerte, or whatever they call it. Be shocked if Tony Khan or Cody signed Rock and Roll Express. I doubt that. They're, from what I heard, they're in with the NWA doing stuff with them. I don't see them joining AEW, but you never know. We're gonna get some surprises. I mean, there's some veterans in this company, but they're really, really good veterans. They're not, no offense, they're not old timers, I mean, yeah, Arn Anderson came in and did a spine buster, but you're not going to see him in a match. You're not going to see Tully in a match. They're just there for, little, little seasoning sprinkled on there, little small doses, So yeah, they talked about the women's championship going on tomorrow night. Rio versus Nyla Rose. I'm very excited for that. It's very hard for me to pick a winner on that one. Very hard. And Rio, and I've said this before, it sounded like Rio was only set up to have a contracted for 4 or 5 dates. And I thought maybe this first one was going to be her last one, but man, she just had a bunch of brand new merch come out. So that makes me think that, maybe she's sticking around. Maybe she will take that championship. Man, everybody's got merch. That AEW crop and pro wrestling tees, that is hot. That is some hot merch. So that's supposed to be I thought that was going to be the headliner, the ladies. Maybe not. Guess it's going to be the Young Bucks and Omega versus Chris Jericho and some surprise guests who we got the announcement for tonight. That's really why I tuned in. I'm sure many others tuned in as well. Santana and Ortiz. They showed that little bit of backstage footage of them thanking him and congratulating him on getting the championship. It's one of the few times that we've actually seen Chris Jericho crack a smile recently, as he was drinking a little bit of the bubbly. So yeah, Young Bucks, Omega, Santana, and Ortiz, and Jericho are going to tear it up in the main event. It's going to be nuts. We also got Pac versus Paige. That's going to be on a grand stage. They already did that in the Indies, but it was kind of, I think it was kind of rushed for the sake of they didn't know if they were going to pull it off again. So they wanted to give it to the fans. But now we're really getting Pac versus Paige. Those two, oh my God. They are going to tear it up. Definitely going to be one of the highlights of tomorrow night. Or later tonight. It'll be tomorrow when I wake up. I'm sure I'm not the only one that says that. MJF versus Brandon Cutler. Because he's better than you. AEW got everything on point. Now they need to sign Jim Johnson to write some wrestler themes. And you're done. I shared earlier today a guy by the name of, I think, Ruckus. Excuse me. He made the theme, the opening theme for Dynamite, AEW Dynamite. It sounds pretty good. That's one thing that did share in their social medias yesterday. I like it. And I also put out a poll. I don't do that much on Twitter, but I put out a poll saying, hey, we've got some new themes this week. And I'll admit, I like Skillet. I like the Raw theme. It looked pretty good. Sounded pretty good. So I put out a poll. I'm like, do you like AEW's Dynamite or do you like Raw's legendary theme? And one guy said it's not even a competition, and he voted for Raw. And I was like, oh okay. Got it. Duly noted. All right. Got your point. So go look that up on Twitter. It's on my Twitter. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, I like the AEW theme, the Dynamite. It's got kind of a rap rock kind of beat. I like it. It's catchy, very catchy. What else we got going on? Oh, kicking it off. First inaugural AEW match. Cody versus Sammy Guevara. What a moment for Sammy. He had the first singles match in AEW at an AEW event. Now he's going to have the first match on AEW Dynamite. And Cody even made a point to say, he's like, hey, if I lose to Sammy Guevara, I will not face Chris Jericho at Full Gear for that championship. Because right now he's considered the number one contender. That's just putting that out there. You never hear people put that out there. That's crazy. I mean, it really makes you wonder as a fan, you know? Sammy Guevara is the new Cody. I can see it. LOL. That's interesting. That's interesting. But yeah, I've been a fan of Sammy's now for a couple years. And I was trying to, as I was watching this special, I was trying to remember where I saw him first. And I was thinking it was Lucha Underground, but no, it wasn't Lucha Underground. It was way before that. I can't remember where I saw him or when I started talking about him. I'll figure it out later today. I'll kind of look up some of his stuff and it'll come to me. And I know he had a cup of coffee in Impact Wrestling for the that one the X Division tournament from last year. But it was before that. Can't remember. But anyways, very excited for Sammy versus Cody. They're going to tear it up. Rio versus Nyla Rose. Man. Who do you guys think is going to win? And you're not going to, you're not right. You're not wrong, whatever. I'm just curious. What do you guys think? Do you think Rio's going to pull off a win here? Nyla Rose. I've been rooting for Nyla Rose since day one, man. She's just a beast, man. She's awesome. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some shenanigans along the way in some of these matches, Hope it's not too much, but I'm sure we're going to get some surprises. Some, oh my God, look, it's so and so. We're going to get a couple of those moments. I can't wait to see who. I think the biggest one talked about the last few days is Jake Hagar, aka Swagger. Probably going to show up. Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated kind of spoiled that one. But a lot of people also noted that he doesn't have a very good track record when it comes to this kind of stuff. And he doesn't. I thought he was garbage for the longest time because he was also coming out with stuff within the last couple of years like, oh, yeah, TNA is going to get bought by WWE. He was coming up with shit like that. It's like, wow, you're a real piece of trash. Look at them now. They got their own network and anything and everything. It's just just spreading shit for the sake of spreading shit, man. It's not what journalism is about. It's not about being first. It's about being right and putting out good shit, So yeah, let me know what you're most excited about for tomorrow night or later tonight, whatever. Whenever you're watching this, let's go back in time and call it tomorrow night. All right. Let me know what you're most excited for this first inaugural debut pilot, whatever you want to call it, of Dynamite. Me personally, I can't wait to see what the women are going to do. Very excited about this women's division. It is on fire. You got women from the UK. You got Japanese women. You got American women. You got women of color. It's a very, very diverse women's division. Very exciting. Might even get some surprises. Who knows? Oh, it's not because of the hair or skin. It's because Sammy got charisma and can wrestle good and reminds me of a young Cody when Cody started in 2008. Okay. Yeah. I'll buy that. I can see that. When he was a young buck. Like when he was teaming with oh damn, who was that? Hardcore Holly. Oof, remember that one? That's a little fuzzy, but that's my first memories of him. And look where we've come. It's crazy. So whoever turned in live for this so late at night, thank you. I know it's late here. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I gotta get some sleep because I gotta get up early in the morning. But I wanted to get on here and talk about this. I'm so excited. Um, yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're excited for. I will be doing my best to reviewing this live right after it goes off the air. But hey, you see what happened tonight. It's what are you gonna do? It's life. So take care, everyone. Much love, and we'll see you post AEW Dynamite right here on Smash This Podcast. Good night, folks. Go get some sleep.